Next section is the mechanical administration. I don't think there's anything really there on that, right? So, and then you're gonna go to general mechanical requirements. In front of mechanical equipment, you gotta have a 30 by 30 wide space. Keep that in mind. And it's level space 30 by 30. Appliances and attics, you should be 30 inches by, let's see, that's the height, right? And 22 inches wide. And then the ramp shall be 20 foot in length. So know this section right here. You can just look it up. The elevation ignition source for like water heaters and stuff, it needs to be 18 inches above an ignition. So, you know, you might get a question like, you know, your ignition source is at like 8 inches and you got your, you adjust your dryer to 1 more inch. And so your ignition thing is at 9 inches. And how much will your platform be? Well, your platform needs to be 10 inches and that would be a total 19. So keep that in mind. Okay, for galvanized sides and rear clearances, 6 inches. I got everything highlighted. So just know this chart right here. This is reduction clearances. You know, if you have metal, so protecting it like, you know, like a metal sheeting on an area. So keep that in mind. Okay, that's it for this section. Equipment, appliances. For exterior installations, it's got to be listed for that. Remember that. It's got to be listed in accordance with the manufacturer's instructions. So it's got to be listed for exterior installations. Okay. Vented shall not be located within the swing of the door of 12 inches. So keep that. Vented wall furnaces. Your condensate has got to go disposed to an approved place. Okay, and here's where I talked about earlier, right? Insulation and refrigerant piping, and this is from your suction line of like your, you know, basically your condensing unit on the outside. The suction line needs to be R4. I believe that's it for this section. Systems, and we're talking about like clothes dryers. It needs to have a back dash damper. It needs to go to the outside, must terminate on the outside. Transition length, needs to be no greater than 8 feet. Maximum of 35 feet. There's going to be questions. These are tricky questions, but you just got to read the question and know the text here. Remember that exhaust systems comes into play after general mechanical requirements. Just know where these are at. That's the toughest part, is where they're going to be. All right. Okay, that's it for this section. I guess we could actually mosey on right over to duct systems. Duct systems are going to be like your regular, you know, your mechanical system in your house. And so in here, that's the minimum galvanized sheet metal for those ducts. Know that your connectors and all your stuff and your connections and everything mechanical thereof is going to fall under UL 181B, 181BC. So know this. The closure systems, and those need to be 181BC. Okay. Factory-made duct systems and support shall be per the manufacturer's installation instructions. So remember that. Under 4 plenums, plumbing waste cleanhouse shall not be located within the space. That makes sense, right? It's got to be a different space. Okay, furnace controls. There's the limiter for furnace controls, 200 degrees Fahrenheit. This is one that might come up as return air cannot be taken from. Return air shall not be taken from a closet, bathroom, toilet room, kitchen, garage, whatever. So return air is should be coming from your habitable space, right? Not from these areas where you can actually get more contamination. You don't have actually clean air, so that's why. Okay, combustion air is the next section. I don't think there's anything for here, it's just one page. So, nothing there. Okay, Okay, here we are in chimneys and vents, not chimneys masonry, but we're talking about chimneys and vents. So, horizontal run, uninsulated, shall not exceed 75 feet. Okay. Horizontal run listed connector shall not exceed 100%. This is the length. Those are things I've highlighted there. Okay. So you might have a question, chimney, location, vent, connectors, know that it's 100%. Moving on. Okay, now here we are at special appliances. This is a tricky one because ranges and ovens are in here, right? You can't have any combustibles within 30 inches, so it's the cooking clearance 30 inches above that, so know that. I also wrote in here to see fuel gas, page 586. I think it's basically the same thing. Know that these things shall be installed per the manufacturer's instructions. Know that the controls are at 194 degrees Fahrenheit. This is for sauna heaters, I'm sorry. This, yeah, special appliances and equipment, sauna. You might, I was going into swimming pools. Yeah, sauna's different. It's a special appliance, so just know it's in this section here, and it's in the mechanical area, okay? Okay, boilers and water heaters. Water heaters is another one of those things where it's like 3 different places. So it's in, obviously, chapter 20, boilers and water heaters. And, it's domestic electric water heaters is under UL 174, right? Fuel water heaters shall not be installed and used in storage closet. Okay. Okay, now we're going to switch to a different section. So now we're going to basically piping. And so openings through concrete or masonry buildings elements shall be sleeved. So you need to protect them. And I believe it's one size bigger. So just know that they need to be sleeved. Foundations need to be sleeved. You're going through foundation. Can't stress that as much as I just did. Let's go through here. Stone masonry piping. Okay, that's it for that section. Okay, special piping storage systems. So oil tanks shall not exceed 660 gallons. Solid planning 10 gallons gallons shall be placed not less than 5 feet from any fire or flame. That's a good one there. Know that. Vent termination, 2 feet horizontally from any other building or opening. Know that one there. Solar thermal energy systems. Nothing. Fuel gas. This is got a lot of stuff in here. I pulled over quite a bit of the definitions because really there's nothing there. Know the prohibited locations. Kind of just gives you the whole area. And this is another kind of common one because if you're gonna have some outside, they gotta be listed for that, obviously, right? So, okay, know the methods. Combustion air. Know that the 50 cubic feet per 1,000 BTUs. Okay, so just know that comes up. So if you have to figure out how much air you gotta get out of there, is a room 8x10 is basically 8 by 10 is 80 square feet, right? Then you divide that by 50, and that gives you your BT rating. So that's how you do that. All right. Now here, it talks about combining the same space. So if you're combining all the same space, it's 1 in 1,000. So know these areas pretty well. Read the questions. Sometimes it'll ask you, you might be way underneath the threshold, but you still need a 100 square inch screen. So, the screen size might be, you're saying you calculated only 60 inches, but really the minimum requirement is 100 square inches. And you might need 2 of them. So, remember that. Okay, louver vent, just 25% free area. Combustion air ducts, within dwelling units, unobstructed stud joist space prohibited, conveying combustion air. More than one fire block removed. So I've got that highlighter and I remember what that is. It's there. Okay. Sizing. Okay, so no, they might ask you how do you figure out gas pipe sizing? Well, there's different methods. There's sizing tables and equations. There's the longest method, and there's the branch method. So just know these methods, and the one that they might say, the answer will not be in here, obviously. So that might be the one that you're gonna mark. The maximum design operating pressure, not to exceed 5 pounds, except it's welded. Okay, so then I just turned all these tables over. So, cast iron shall not be used. Shall not be used. Okay, gas systems, test pressure shall be 3 psi. Test duration shall be 10 minutes. 3 psi, 10 minutes. Drips and gas piping, 1/4 inch at 15 feet. Piping other than gas drying conditions shall not be less than 1/4 inch per 15 feet. Okay, so if you got 30 feet, it might be 1/2 inch. All right, got that? Okay, shut-off valves located in the same room. You be within 6 feet. Remote access can be ready access. Decorative appliances, rooms, ready access. Pickles. Support for 3/4 inch piping is 8 feet on center, so know that, right? I use that chart. Okay, venting appliances. Chimney termination for fuel gas shall extend not less than 3 feet above the highest point of the building. And this is the same thing, 3 foot above the highest point of the building, and my 2'10" rule. Pickles! Solid fuel burning shall not be connected to a separate appliance. So, you know that one? Solid fuel burning appliances. Appliance shall not be connected to a chimney flue serving a separate appliance. So, know that one. Where common connectors, where 2 more appliances venting through the same common vent manifold. But that's the difference. These are common connectors. Those are listed items that can be connected together. And I think it's 50%. Yes, it needs to be at least 50%. The larger vent connector plus 50%. All right. Here we are, clearances from connectors, unlisted. 9 inches. I like that. Okay, now we're in gas appliances. I know this one here because, we're in gas appliances, but decorative appliances, they shall be installed per manufacturer's installations. And they're in accordance with this ANSI thing here. And it's hard to find this section, decorative appliances. And you think you're in appliances right here, right? But it's some fuel gas. It's kind of funky where it's at. So if we get to gas appliances, just know where it's at. Saunas, combustion air should not be taken from the inside the sauna room. The heat controls for a sauna limit to 194 degrees.